What's the deal, Israel? We back, man. We back with another video. I definitely wanted to touch on this Phylicia Rashad, her comments, and just look at the little controversy that's surrounding her right now. It's just sad, dude. Like, it's really, really sad, man. The destruction. And let me say this, man. We always get on the brothers, right? We get on our brothers. We talk about the gang culture. We talk about killing. We talk about murder. We talk about all of those different things. But one thing I don't like is that, and I love my sisters, and by no means is this catered to all women, because there are some sisters that are brilliant, smart, beautiful, the whole nine. So this is not dedicated to all sisters, but this is dedicated to the sisters in this hypersexualization era that we're in, that I believe needs to be eradicated from the face of the planet. It needs to be destroyed. The hypersexualization of our black women and our black men, and our Latino men and our Latino women, it needs to be wiped off the face of the planet. We need to get back to chastity. We need to get back to respecting ourselves, which is what our beautiful sister Phylicia Rashad's comments was about. Self-respect. So if you haven't heard, she was recently on a Breakfast Club. You guys probably have heard already. She was recently on a Breakfast Club, and she was asked a question by Charlamagne, and she actually has some comments in all respect too, might I add. It wasn't no disrespect. She wasn't trying to be disrespectful, none of that. But her comments, were catered to her sisters having more self-value and having more self-worth in terms of not showing their bodies and being sexualized. So, these are her comments. Let's go ahead and play the video. These are her comments, and she received some backlash. So let's go ahead and check out her comments.
Where dignity and grace were everything. So do you ever look at how wild Hollywood is now and you just think to yourself, boy, y'all got it easy. Y'all wouldn't have got away with that in my day.
Yeah, I don't even have to look at Hollywood. I could look at the way young ladies dress.
I knew I should have worn some other pants.
You got your ass
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
elbow, shoulder over here. I just, you want my coat?
The young ladies are so beautiful. They're so beautiful. And something has happened in popular culture. And I don't mean to be critical, and I hope young ladies listening don't take this as personal criticism, because I don't mean it that way. But you're young queens. I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in strips of clothing. But more importantly than that, no man wants his woman to be out like that. Right?
No, I grew up on Method Man saying wearing 3/4 of cloth, never showing your stuff off. Boo. That's what he said.
That's right.
But not only that, it's like there's today's designers. I mean, there's ways. There are other things, and I just
leave something to the imagination.
Yeah,
it would be nice.
Some things are for my eyes only.
Yep, and like you said, there are ways of being sexy without showing so much.
Oh, please, and that's really not sexy.
You came up.
So those were her comments, or whatever the case may be. Now, what she said was beautiful, man. Anybody that has a problem with that, man or female, you're a degenerate. You're a straight degenerate. And you're the problem with our community. If anybody has a problem with her comments and her statement, you're a degenerate, and you're the problem with our community. Like straight up, no cap, no filter, just straightforward. Like, I want to say something else, but I'm not. You're an idiot. If you want to see, if you feel like her saying she wish her sisters would hold themselves as queens are to a high standard, and you're upset about that, like, what happened to? This is the era where this is the shaking your ass era. Shake your ass, and it's starting to get disgusting, man. Like, it really is. college, I think it was very important what she said about being on a college campus where you're supposed to be on a college campus to learn, but yet you're sexualizing yourself, straight sexualizing yourself. This is like a place where you're supposed to be the top of academia, right? The top of academia. You want to present yourself like in the matter of being in a strip club. And that is a mental disorder. Because if you know anything about our people, and I know a lot of our people don't care about this stuff, but you guys are the problem with our culture. Our culture is destruction. The black culture is straight destruction. The black mindset of the black man and black woman in America is destruction. And our 10 tribe brothers, they follow suit. It's just straight destruction and madness and toxicity. This what she said was absolutely true. I see women mad about it. Oh, my man is whooping. He shouldn't be concerned about what I'm wearing. But I'm a protector. You think I want my girl? I know men. I know how men are. And I'm not talking about men that don't care about you and they just pimping you out or just having you as a fling. Because a lot of y'all women, y'all getting it misunderstood. Y'all thinking these niggas out here, this is real. Y'all thinking these niggas out here really messing with you, but really they just getting it off for a bit. They don't care how you dress because they don't. But any man, except these Sambo niggas that, they just trying to say whatever they got to say to win over women. But any real man, majority of men, not these niggas like Russell Wilson, excuse me, that got Sierra with her legs and all her assets just out there for the world to see. We ain't talking about these entertainers that have agendas to keep further destruction of the black man and the black woman in America. We're not talking about that. We're talking about everyday men. Majority of men are not going to want their women. She's right. Because we understand the carnality and the savagery of men. So why would I want my wife to be naked in front of other men that are potentially aggressive? I wouldn't even want my girl in certain environments that will potentially cause her to be in harm's way. So for men, when we love you and we feel a strong connection with you, we want to protect and we value what you are. This is why we say, hey, look, I don't want your butt all out and, I don't want none of that. I want you to, be covered. That's supposed to be for your husband. The Christian morals that we have lost, quote unquote, the Christian morals or the biblical morals, I should say, that we have lost due to us being indoctrinated with over-sexualization. And people have the nerve to be upset about her beautiful comments about chastity. And now we're in a point to where we can't say anything. Even the elders of our community can't even say anything to us without us, especially our sisters, man. We can't say nothing about y'all community. Like, every time we say anything about the sisters, it's an uproar. But we're going to change that. We're going to change that. No more like 2025, quote unquote. It's time for brothers and sisters to start both hearing the truth on both sides. But y'all not exempt from y'all idiotic behaviors. And an elder in a community, a great representative, a beautiful soul, a beautiful woman that Phylicia Rashad is, she should be able to say, hey, look, sisters, I wish y'all would be covered up more. So I want to just play this. It was a lot of backlash that she got, but more love. It was a lot of backlash that she got. And this is the problem. The Bible talks about this degenerate generation, man. This generation full of evil fornicators. And some sisters were upset. They were upset. So I was on social media and I seen, honestly, these two idiots, just keeping it a buck with y'all. It was a lot of idiotic statements that I've seen, but this right here, it actually did something to me, man. Like, in terms of my irritation factor. And we're gonna play it, man. We're gonna play it. Misunderstanding this sister's beautiful words of wisdom to our beautiful sisters out there. But let's go ahead and play. Let's see what the idiotic behavior and nature of our sisters, our women, and it's just on full display. You know, as long as you shaking your ass and showing your thong, you're fine. Oh, baby, don't let nobody tell you can't shake your ass. Don't let nobody tell you can't have sex with as many men as you want. Don't let nobody tell you, and you're leading our people further into more habits of destruction. Let's go ahead and play these idiotic comments right here. Look at this, man.
Phylicia up. Well, first of all, Phylicia, you looked really nice and pretty. But I wanted you to answer the question about Hollywood. I don't know how we ended with women presenting a certain way for men.
The amount of respect you have for somebody don't got nothing to do with what they got on. Now, am I finna be walking down the street with my booty cheeks out?
No.
But
so, I'm sorry. The amount of respect you have for someone doesn't have to do with what they have on, but yet you're saying you wouldn't walk around down the street with your booty cheeks hanging out, because in your morality, this is the hypocrisy. In your morality, you know it's a damn shameful thing for a woman to be walking around with her ass out. You know that. Hey, look, I'm sorry when these women become our grandmothers. When these women become our grandmothers, man. When these women become the Phylicia Rashads, man, I am almost afraid of what these women are going to be for the younger generation of sisters when they're the grandmothers. We already got grandmothers with OnlyFans, man. It's crazy. Just a straight degenerate group of people, man, that could be so much more, but we'll rather just facilitate and sit and want to deal with our lust. Mad because an older woman who it's her job. I remember back in the day, the older woman, that's what they used to do. They used to correct. Nah, put your britches up. Put your pants up. Don't sag your pants. Tell the young ladies, put your skirt down. Put your dress down. Sit like a young lady. Cross your legs. Oh, this...
to the young lady who does that, I'm not going to scrutinize her.
But once again, friend, what does that have to do with Hollywood?
They do be butt naked in Hollywood, though. We just saw Kanye West bring that girl up there dressed in a mesh.
She said nobody want that, but he married that. We are always talking about what women need to do as far as dressing a certain way and all of this stuff. But there have been several men who are going to jail as we speak for the things that they have done in Hollywood. Just gruesome. Why are we not speaking about that?
What are they even talking about? First of all, we bash the men, especially so-called black men, all day, every day. And as soon as somebody just say one comment about y'all just putting on clothes in love, it's a problem. And why don't you guys say anything about these evil men? These evil men, why don't you say anything about them? What are you talking about? We brothers get talked about all the time, as they should when they do things that's but the difference between when brothers do things that are atrocities and when you guys do things, when those people are called out, the nation rallies behind destroying those men. But when you guys are called out, it's a problem, and it's woe is me, and it's point the finger. And no, you mentioned something about Kanye. Kanye doesn't love that lady. He's pimping that lady out. It's not somebody he loves. And Kanye is sadistic and twisted. Kanye, something's wrong with my brother. Let's be honest. That's not the status quo of don't look at any celebrity for the status quo of men, especially black celebrities. Black celebrities do not speak for us as black men, quote unquote black. They do not speak for us. They do not represent us. They are degenerates themselves. We as brothers, majority, because the brothers be going outside too. You would rather promote this. I ain't got no insecurity. You deny your natural masculine nature to protect your family as a guide of I'm not insecure. My girl can wear what she wants. That. And I remember the days. See, I remember the days where respect for yourself still meant something. Respect for yourself still meant for something. But what happens is it's this Willie Lynch syndrome, the battle with the sexes, where now everybody is against each other and it's a war. But see, the sisters are fighting the wrong war. You think the war is with your own brother. It's not. And you fighting the war and being rebellious. And a part of your war or a part of your revolution is to be naked and to be a degenerate and to be sexual. We losing. We losing in a world where you're mad that a beautiful soul, beautiful elder sister was given wisdom. That's why half of y'all be in this industry and y'all be pimped out by these record labels, and not even just the record labels, but even just modeling agencies and all of that, pimping you out, showing you naked, hoeing you out in front of the world, and y'all applaud that. Y'all applaud Sierra showing her ass and she got a whole husband and kids. Y'all applaud whoever else, all these degenerates now that we have. Y'all applaud that because you think that that's helping your community. The destruction mentally. That's all I got for today, man. Shout out to the sisters out there that's holding it down, the sisters that got some morality to them, the sisters that, they still cross their legs when they sit, the sisters that, teaching their daughters how to be young ladies. Shout out to you women out there because I know y'all still out there. And shout out to the brothers out there that's standing up 10 toes for righteousness and not trying to hold your women out, prostitute your sisters, none of that. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all, man. Until next time, y'all be easy. And we'll be back. Shalom.